Suzanne.
Good morning, Miriam.
And good morning, Cora Secondary School.
Scholars whose attendance rate is 90% or higher between 12/01/2020 and 12/23/2020 will receive hot cocoa mix and s'mores kits for everyone living in their home to celebrate the scholar reaching the attendance goal.
Or scholars who increase their attendance by 20% from their personal baseline between December 1st, 2020 and December 23rd, 2020 will receive hot cocoa mix and the s'mores kit for everyone in their home to also celebrate their scholar reaching their attendance goal.
That is way cool. And be sure to be using your RISE tickets to buy items from the RISE store. And don't forget to buy items from the Winter RISE store to give gifts to the people in your lives. Well, that's it for us.
Have a great day, Cora Secondary School.
Good morning, Cora Secondary School. We have a couple of shout outs from scholars to their staff. Our first one comes from Angel. He wants to shout out Eric and Isaac for always talking to him about soccer after class. Brendan also wants to share his gratefulness to Mr. Isaac for listening to him when he speaks and saying that Mr. Isaac is a really great listener. A mystery scholar who did not put in their name wants to shout out Chloe, and they say, thank you so much for always teaching me. And then Charlie would like to shout out Jolene. Thank you for being a funny and great staff. You have a great sense of humor. That's all for our scholar shout outs. Have a great day, Cora Secondary School.
Hello, it's Miss Cassandra here to give some shout outs to my homeroom. I'd like to start off with Diego. Thank you so much for joining class and participating and sharing your ideas. It's so greatly appreciated. I love hearing from you and hearing all your wonderful ideas. Next, I'd like to shout out Sharna. Sharna, I'm so thankful for you attending class and joining and sharing your wonderful ideas and being a great self-advocate for yourself. That is such a great skill to have. Then I'd also like to shout out Alex Haney for always showing up to class and participating and giving wonderful ideas and being so thoughtful in your responses. It's such a great way to have a good conversation in our class. Next, I'd like to shout out Colin S. for always bringing your funny attitude to class and making me laugh and helping me with all my technology needs because you're so smart in that area and I am not. So thank you so much for all your help with that. Next, I'd like to shout out Danny K. I'm so excited when you join class. It's so good to hear your ideas. You talk about real life situations and you're so willing to share things about your personal life, and I'm so grateful for that. It makes me feel so much more connected with you through this distance learning, and I know we've talked a lot about how hard it can be, so thank you so much for being real in class. And then finally, I would like to shout out Noah S. I'm so thankful when you join class and when I'm able to connect with you by phone. It's so exciting to hear all the things going on in your life, and I'm so grateful to have you in my homeroom. So thank you guys all so much. Also, I'd like to shout out all of my students in my B2 and B4 life skills class for always participating, for working on your group projects, and for realizing how grateful we should be for where we are right now, and for finding some really awesome community participation, volunteering options that you could participate in. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day.
I want to give some shout outs. I'd like to start out with my homeroom and a shout out to Mariana. I really appreciate your insightful discussion and your kindness. I'd like to also give a shout out to Clayton. Thank you for sharing your ideas and your openness to others' ideas. Rashawn, thank you. You demonstrate your leadership skills with your participation in our SEL activities. And Tristan, a shout out for your great sense of humor, and you really keep me on track. Thank you for putting in our lunches and break times. Super helpful. And Tyler, thank you for your consistent communication and your self-advocacy. Way to go, guys. I'd like to give a shout out to Tyrese R. Your attendance is spectacular. I'd love to see you in class. Drew, you're such a hard worker, and I really enjoyed talking the other day about our dogs. Sebastian, way to go on your assignments. It's so great to see you in class every day and have our chats. Devin, great job coming to class last week, and it was so good to see you. Adrian, you do really high quality work, so shout out to you for that. Keep it up. And Alex J, great job on your WebQuest, and thanks for sharing those videos. I really enjoyed them. Thanks, Cora. Back to my spaceship.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Lucy Y, Ian K, Sam S, Austin I, Faith SB, DeSaint F, Angel CR, and Elijah S for all submitting Spirit Week pictures or your other yearbook photos. And a huge shout out to all the staff who's also participating. Thank you all for your participation in making the 2021 yearbook a success.